Hey, what's up guys? So I figured today I'd show you how to engrave glass the cheapest way possible. This one's already got chip in it, so this is perfect for practice. But this is a Crown Royal glass I got from a while ago. I'm gonna engrave something on the backside right here. Online I've seen a lot of videos on buying all this extra stuff so that you can engrave glass, but honestly you don't need it. This is the stuff that you're gonna really need. Is just some cheap dollar paint that you can paint over wherever you're gonna engrave at. This is acrylic paint, black preferably, and we'll just use this spot and put something there. You also need one of these if you're gonna be doing anything that's round. So like this will sit inside of here and spin. We'll keep the laser the same distance away from the cup the entire time. If you want to use flat glass, you don't need this thing. So just keep that in mind. If you have square cups or if you have a flat pane of glass, you can just place inside the actual laser engraver. But because we're doing a round cup, we're going to use this and we'll plug this in. Make sure you put flat, even layers. You don't want it thicker in any areas when you do this. So you need to get it as smooth as possible. Alright, one last thing. While this is drying, I'm gonna go exercise, but let the paint dry entirely before you start engraving it. The wet paint and dry paint make a big difference, or at least it felt like it did last time I did this, so just let it dry all the way. Hey, so I got the cup in there. It's painted, but there's still some wet paint, but I'm not really engraving up there, so I'm using the dry paint area. I already did the needle, then checked the depth on this. I have it set on cylindrical. So let me show you. So I dropped down to laser cylindrical. I use stone coaster. That doesn't really matter because I changed the settings though. I did the distance, and then I put a word on here, and I did 100% power. I did 100% power at 20 speed. The reason I'm doing the power so high is because the way that I think that this works is that when this laser hits the black paint, it hits it at such a high heat that it actually melts the glass underneath it. I'm not sure if that's what happens, but that makes sense to me, so that's what I'm assuming. That's why I set the power so high. All right, now to do this and get your framing right, click on framing. It's gonna pop up. Walk over here, you'll tap this button, and then it'll show you where that wording is going to be at, which is right there. All right, we got it. So I'll come back over here. One thing we have to do, make sure you pick chuck if you're using the chuck, which I am using the chuck, so there we go. If you use the chuck though, there's one more thing. You have to measure across. So 1, 2, it's about 3 inches. Go over here for diameter, we'll put 3. Alright, so now we just have to wash the paint off to make sure this actually worked. Alright, so you can see that it engraved really well. The only thing that I can say though is that black paint, maybe you have a sponge available, because when it burns it next to these letters, sometimes it leaves the black paint in there, difficult to get out. But if you have like a sponge or something you can scrape out, it'll get easier. I was using my nails to do it, but a sponge would definitely be better. I don't know if you can see that in there, but either way, you can see that with cheap dollar bottle of acrylic paint, glass cup, and then the tumbler engraver thing that comes with xtool, you can literally just write anything you want on here. Alright, if you have any questions, just let me know.